Hey guys, I'm back. I want to do more videos about the sowing out again. I had to take a break for a few days. To be honest, I'm dealing with depression. I'm really dealing with depression. Life's just so difficult right now for me. I never thought that my life would be this difficult, and I don't know, when you're always struggling, you just, I don't know, it takes like every now and then you start overthinking. I don't know, just not in a like good spot right now. I'm dealing with sick parents and very like fragile old cat that I really love, that I want to make sure that she's all right, and seeing her with health problems is really hard on me, you know. And same with my parents. My father has MS, my mother has something like Parkinson's. It's really hard on the family. I just visited my mother and grandmother, and it's so hard, you know. You see that life has flown away. It's just, I don't know, the last 20 years I should have spent more time with my family. The time while I was building this, you know, while I was always working, always filming, I kind of asked myself, was it worth it, you know? And I don't know, on one hand it was worth it because you're watching my videos now, but it also came at a big price, where I regret that I will not get these years back. I might not have much time with my family, and that is a bad feeling. But yeah, sewing out really helps me. I love it. I love doing this. I enjoy these videos. So let's continue doing it, you know. My idea is to do them on a regular basis. I try to do it daily, but you know, every now and then I get these depressive phases where I need to get myself together for a few days. But I try to do it daily, at least every couple days or so, because I enjoy it. I love sewing out, and I have this idea to do this all winter just with you. You know, maybe we're sewing out, you on your side of the world and I here, and we will see how it goes. So I have the first bags that we've sewn out. We put these right beside the heater, and now I want to check on them. I want to go through the seedling bags with you, just having a look. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's see what's going on. I'm not sure if this is one of them or if this is one of the empty ones that I've still haven't used. I think it's one of the empty ones. Sometimes when you do this, you can see, because the humidity is dripping down. Okay, these are empty. Okay, these are the ones that we've sewn out, and these are just sewn out in graveyard soil, but you can just replace it with sowing soil. It doesn't matter. And bagged them and put them on a heater. Okay, and this looks good. See? This looks good. Let's see what this is. Avocado hybrid. Gotta say, they're like, avocado seeds are always super clean, always viable. Not many seedlings here for the bag size that I usually sow out, but it's okay. So what we will do here now, I open up the bags to check, because if there's a seedling that is like that you lose from heat or whatever, this can spiral into fungal infection in a closed bag. So we need to check on them. We open these up as often as possible. For one, to let in fresh air, but also to just have a look. But make sure that when you open it up, no fly gets in there, nothing, you know? So we need to do it fast. We adjust the camera a little bit. Okay. Let's have a look here. This one is, there's nothing here. Let's see what this is. Oh. Yeah, this was a Lubivia cross, one of mine. Where I already was worried because there were only a few seeds, like 5, 6. And so far none of them have come up. So I will put this in the front row, straight at the heater, pressing against the heater. This one here, also nothing. Also, front row heater. We are also sowing out old seeds this time. Because I want to make use of the amazing seeds that I have. Okay, these here. Looks good. Nothing bad. Just a few seedlings, not many, but it's okay. So these two will go under the lamp now. Okay, I have this shelf here, just under a plant lamp. And this is how I put them under the plant lamp. I will fill this shelf up completely this winter, just with seedlings. And this is where we will check on them on a regular basis. Okay, so these two were empty. We will put these in the front row now. There's now space since the other two that are now under the lamp are gone. So let me put these on the heater. Okay. Just move the cat food away. I have like I'm surrounded by cat food because the cat doesn't eat like well. So I try to give her as much food as I can that she takes. So I'm surrounded by cat food. Yeah, this looks good. See? Maybe a week old. They go under the lamp now. The moment you have seedlings, it is good to put them under the lamp, or at least move them away from the heater. Okay, so here, let's see. Looks okay, but could use a little water. I wanna water this. Okay. Carefully, because the seedlings here look very frail, fragile, small. Okay. So let's see. We need to reposition them. We need to just make sure that they're straight and not wiggling around. I hate when a seedling doesn't have a proper standing. What's this? This one here on the side looks like it's variegated. Will probably not make it, but I will give it a chance. But yeah, okay, we will close this up again and put it under the lamp. Under the lamp, there's also germination. Some of them will come up under the lamp. So, did I check this one? I'm not sure. Yeah, I think. So these will go under the lamp too. Okay, next ones. At the moment, I've only sown out maybe 15 bags. Okay, so this one here, you see how many seeds are in there. They're just not enough that have come up, so we will water this again. Slightly, carefully. It looks like it's too dry. There's some parts of the soil that are completely dry in there. Okay. And we will leave this one on the heater, because there's so many seeds in there. We should get more. This isn't enough for like to move it on the heat under the lamp. There has to be some kind of, you have to have the feeling that a large part of the seeds have come up, because if they don't get enough like warmth, they might not come up under the lamp, just from the lamp. The lamp is great and it will wake up a few seedlings here and there, but the majority of the seeds you put in there should have germinated. I only move them under the lamp when I feel that enough seedlings have come up. Okay, a little bit more water here. One thing that I noticed is that, there you see it, on the upper right there, that's completely dry. So you often only have the top layer that is humid, and that can be enough to induce germination, but sometimes it isn't. Okay. Same here. This is too dry. See? This fluffy look, this is too dry. That's why they probably haven't come up. Also, this one also goes into the front row at the heater. So, and I want to say, cactus seeds are sown onto the soil. They are sprinkled on top of the soil. They are not planted. They are not covered with soil, because they need light to wake up. They are built like that. So let me move this to the heater. Let's check some more. This is something that I always do. Very often when my wife was already sleeping, I was downstairs checking seedlings. I think I need to put a charger on my camera, because the battery is empty. Okay. So, these go under the lamp. There are enough seedlings in there. This one here. Let's open this up. Oh. This is my chestnut. There's some insects on them. I'm not sure. I've never sown out chestnuts. I probably should have just planted it outside. And that's what I will do with the next ones. They will go into like a bucket. I don't know. I will start sowing the chestnuts now, because now is the time when they started to fall outside, when they are just lying around. I mean, nature must have a way to get them to germinate, either after a cold phase that is over winter, so they come up next year, or now, and just don't mind until like the next year. I think they will probably need a little bit of stratification, cold temperature over winter, and then come up in spring. But we'll see. So this one I will put away. This one needs water. Okay. This goes front row, because there are no seedlings. Front row. This one goes under the lamp. These two. In the next video we will continue sowing out. I just wanted to do this here first because this is important. Nothing. Also a little bit too dry. Because you always gotta assume that despite the fact that there's humidity in this bag, like when you can see the humidity on the bag, it doesn't mean that there's enough humidity in the soil for them to come up. Same here. Oh, and there's mold. Let's have a look at this. Let's see what this is. There on the top. Yeah, this is mold. What is this? Why is it coming? There must be some wood. Let me get a spoon. We will remove this now. We will remove the whole thing. Everything moldy comes out. Because this is a piece of wood. This is the price of using graveyard soil, which comes with pieces of bark. I normally sow out, or I used to sow out in sowing soil, but in this series we will try the graveyard soil because it works well. Sometimes under the right conditions, but they're dangerous. So we will see how it goes. So if there's a fungal infection like here, if it's a local thing, we will remove it. If it's everywhere, all over the seeds, then we open it up. But for now, this was a local thing. Fungal infection from wood bark. It might not have even spread, but I want to make sure, so we take it out. Best to take it out right away before there are complications. Over here, nothing. Put this away. Okay, these go front row of the heater again. This looks okay, but also there's a little bit of discoloration at the base of this seedling that can be fungal. Can also show you that the seedlings are just genetically weak, haven't been clean enough, the seeds, that kind of stuff. But we will put this under the lamp now. We will leave it the way it is. And this one here, few seedlings, still a few missing. Let me just reposition this seedling here. It's crooked. Can you not? Okay. Oh, I feel old. Okay, so these go under the lamp too now. These go on the heater again, because no germinations are there. Yeah, and here too, there's nothing. Also back to the heater, because apparently either they didn't get the temperature that needs to be met, or the seeds are not viable, or the humidity wasn't right. We will try putting it on the heater again. If I, just from looking into the bag, humidity seems to be right, so I will just leave them closed. Okay, I decided I want to sow out a few. Not many, but a few. So let me get back here. Let me see what we have. Okay. This is a cross of mine between a column and a colored fiber. So I put them seeds on a piece of paper, on a folded piece of paper. I want to sow out two containers, trying to get maybe 50. No, it's not 50. Maybe 40 per container. First cleaning up, making sure that there's no fruit remnants on the seeds. Everything needs to be clean. No pests, because sometimes you have all kinds of insects that can attack the pulp and all, you know. Making sure everything is perfectly clean. So let's get 2 here. Yeah, I mean the soil looks okayish. No mold on the soil unless there's like bark. I'm carefully rolling the seeds onto the soil. But I'm currently considering to move back to sowing soil, because these pieces of root bark could be a problem in a closed container that are in there in this cemetery soil. Cemetery soil is a soil that I've seen being used by very good breeders, but it might not be usable for sowing out. We will find that out. We will just experiment with it, okay? So now we will write the tag. No, this wasn't it. Oh, yeah. Oh man, I need it. Yeah. Okay. We write every tag with pencil. Pencil is just an old school classic, but it does the work. It's great. And like I said, we will sow these out over the winter. If you like, you can just check in how our project is going in the next couple of months or so. Maybe in 2-3 months we will have seedlings maybe this size. Okay, might need a little bit more water. I need a new water can, a small water can for this kind of stuff. This one's dripping. I don't know why. I just like it because it's funny looking, tiny, you know, but everywhere I work, everything's totally wet afterwards. So these will go on the heater. I decided I wanna probably use a little lamp, like a LED lamp, to improve the germination rate. I wasn't happy with the rate this time. There were a lot of seedlings, but I felt it's better with a lamp. Okay, so okay, now these here. Always cleaning up everything. I never put seeds into the soil without cleaning up. All dust, all little stuff, insects, I don't know, insect poo, whatever it is. Everything gone. Smashed seeds. Sometimes when you buy seeds, you get them, there's a little bit of crumble in the bag. That stuff shouldn't go into the soil when you're sowing out. It's lazy. Do the extra work every time. Clean up. Clean work. We are not doing half measures. Yeah. Okay. So now I have enough seeds for two bags. And over here, in this one, there's another piece of wood. I want to take that out. Stuff really might not be usable for sowing out. But just because there's a little bit of like a local fungal infection on a piece of wood doesn't mean it spreads to your seedlings, you know. So might be all right. We will try it out. We'll see how it goes. And these ones that I've sown out now are a little bit older, so there's a high risk that these will turn out as a fungal infection. With older seeds, you sometimes get a whole container full of mold because they are basically dead. They are basically bark, wood. So we'll see. On the other hand, sometimes you just get seedlings that you sow out seeds that are 10 years old and they come up. You never know. Okay. Sometimes I use a disinfectant, like for example 1.5% hydrogen peroxide, but it isn't necessary. I don't need it. We can do it without. It's just important to work clean. Everything else comes I mean, there are certain types of seeds that need a little bit of fungicide because they are so sensitive to fungal infections. But what we are sowing out here isn't. Most of these, no problemo. Okay. And these will go to the heater too now. Okay. All right. Here's one. This one's moldy. There's could be wood bark. Let me see. See? It's not good. Doesn't really speak for the soil. But it's one piece, see? Can remove this thing with one. So take it out. I'm not really convinced of the soil. Just because something is a great soil for adult plants doesn't mean it's also great for smaller ones. But we will try it out. Live and learn. I have pretty much tested almost every medium that is out there. I always try new stuff. So we will continue with that. Okay. These need a lot of cleanup work. These haven't been properly cleaned. I hate that. Opened the bag and a lot of crumbled material came out. I hate that. If you have seeds that are dirty, clean them again. No health measures. You can clean them with water, or you can clean them like what I do now. But just clean them. After this, I'm taking the rest of the day off. I'm re-watching The Sopranos again. It's my favorite show. Always watching it when I'm not feeling well. It's my comfort show. Okay. So we will split it up into 2 containers. Never put all your eggs in one basket. It's my recommendation. Sometimes you get a fungal infection in one. Okay. This is a cross between a colorful hybrid with Orange California or something like that, and a columnar. Columnar is father, so the body will probably follow the colorful hybrid, but you never know. We will try it out. Okay. These are the last ones that we're doing now. Then we will do a completely new batch next time. We need to load up new soil here. We need to fill the pots again. Need new bags. All this stuff. Okay. Yeah, I think the water is enough. This will work. If I hadn't lost so much water here everywhere, there would be no question if it's enough. Okay. And these go to the heater too. They are pressed against against the heater. So let me adjust the camera a little bit. Okay. So yeah, this concludes the sowing out for now. I wanna check on the seedlings again in a few days. Today there's no mold on any of them, but the moment you get germinations, you can also get fungal infections. So we will have to check them again in a few days, maybe in a week. Next time we will sow out more, because I want to get that whole shelf that I've shown you earlier under the lamp. I want to have it full of seedlings, because otherwise we waste electricity. With the cost of electricity for that lamp are pretty high, and it makes no sense to just have a few of them under it. We will grow as many as we can fit under it, and there will be updates under the lamp next time, maybe after a week. But yeah, next time we will sow out again, probably tomorrow or the day after, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, you know, with the situation right now, I just can't plan. Some weeks I can film every day. Some other days I just need a break every now and then. It's just, I don't know, difficult times right now. Difficult to look at the world and everything and enjoy how things are going. But yeah, I love sowing out. It's something that always gives me pleasure. I love sharing what I do here. Like sowing out, I had to get good at sowing out. That is something that took me a long time. Sowing out cactus is very difficult. A lot of people, experienced breeders, they fail at it. They just don't talk about it. It is something that you see so often. Like where where you just see no seed grown offspring from very good breeders. If there's something good coming, it's from people who raised the seeds for these breeders. It takes a lot of like experience to grow from seeds. Sometimes, I mean, don't get me wrong, you can get it right the first time. If you are prepared, well prepared, then you can get it right the first time. But a lot of people need more time, and that is okay. I needed way too long for sowing out. What I should have done is put the seeds aside and focus sowing out, learning with poor quality stuff, with just, you know, botanical seeds, just to learn how to sow out. And then when you have it down cold, then you get the good seeds. Don't waste your seeds when you are not good enough to raise them. Don't sow them out if you are still unsure if you can get them like large, you know. But apart from that, what we're doing here, if you follow what we're doing, you can do it. Just believe in yourself. Just make sure that you have a lamp or a little bit of light. You can also work with a window. They need a little bit of light. I have made the experience that under my lamp, the seedlings get through the very dangerous first weeks or months a lot easier, a lot faster. So I love growing seedlings under a grow lamp, and we will do that. Okay. Yeah, this is enough for today. We'll continue tomorrow or the day after. Hope you liked it. Thank you for tuning in.